Hello, and welcome to 3-Tune Tuesday for Tuesday, June the 23rd. I was about to say 23rd, but it's the 23rd.
23rd.
As opposed to 22nd.
Okay.
But 23rd. So
Yeah.
23rd. June the
Okay.
20th. Yes, welcome.
Hi.
It's Tuesday. It's 3-Tune Tuesday. It's June the 23rd.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're recording it for June the 23rd.
We're recording it on Sunday the 21st. Not the 23rd.
The 23rd.
23rd.
Jesus. Listen, we're really tired, you guys.
We are.
So, well, first of all, happy solstice. Happy Litha.
Solstice. Indeed. Happy solstice. Happy Litha, everyone out there.
Yeah. Longest day. As you guys are listening to this, it has already passed, and the days are now going to slowly wane.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, great time of year. Love walking outside and it still being a little bit light out when it's 9 o'clock.
Yes, absolutely. It's really, really nice.
It is very nice. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, we are dog tired, man.
Yes. Yeah. So before we go much farther, quick introductions. No,
I'm sorry.
I am your host, Bonaparte, and with me is your very, very tired and exhausted hostess, Yulia.
Hi.
So we are recording this on the 21st, and yesterday, the 20th, we hosted a bonspiel.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. So regular listeners will know that we are members of the Diamond State Curling Club, which is Delaware's first and only curling club, and we are immensely proud of that place. We love curling. We love the people there. It's our jam. It's our happy place.
Yes.
And for the uninitiated, a bonspiel is a hosted competition. Usually happens over several days, where curlers from all over the place are invited to come and compete.
Exactly.
And we have curled at bonspiels before. We have traveled to New Jersey and D.C. and various places.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
We've been to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And you went to Bucks, right?
I went to Bucks County.
You were at Bucks. Yeah. And you're going up to Long Island
this
next
coming weekend. Yeah.
And there's a possibility I might too. But we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Or in the case of curling, melt that ice.
Correct. But anyway, Delaware, Diamond State hosted their very own bonspiel, but because we don't have dedicated ice, we have we shared the Patriot Ice Arena with a number of other organizations, and we had to do it all in one day.
One long day.
It was a marathon.
It was.
And we are a tiny club with, I like to think of us as the little club that could.
Yeah, I think I agree with that assessment.
We're kind of a scrappy bunch of people that love the sport, and we want to run with the big dogs too. And so we hosted our own bonspiel, and we hosted the 302 bonspiel. And bonspiel literally just means good game.
Yeah. And
that term, I don't know what the origins are. You would think that, bon is French and spiel is Germanic, so I don't know how the Scots ended up with it, but they did. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it spent a whole day. We were at the pick yesterday from 7:30 a.m. until 11 p.m.
Yeah, it was a long, long day.
Yes. Bonaparte competed, and I volunteered to feed everybody all day, which is it's kind of a Herculean task because there were, I want to say, 16 teams there.
There were 18 teams.
18 teams, which is a lot. There's at least 4 people on 18 teams.
Right.
So I'm not doing math right now.
Lots.
Yes. So yeah, it was quite the undertaking, and I was on my feet all day, and I was also operating on 3 hours sleep because I was up cooking the night before, and I got up the morning of to finish the cooking for some stuff, and by the end of the day I was delirious.
Can confirm.
And they were like, oh, hey, Yulia, you want to shoot some Malort with us? Which, listeners, if anybody offers that to you, your answer is no. Well, you know what? No.
I'm going to say the first time your answer should be, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. And then, then you can, then your responsibility, your choices are your own responsibility.
Correct. So yesterday the Malort came out, and I was summoned, and I looked dubious, and I said, no, I don't think I want to do that. And who other than Yulia looked at me and said, yes, you will.
Yeah.
If I am, you are too.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. We did some broom shooters, which was a lot of fun.
It was.
And it was. But I mean, by the end of the night, I was wrecked, and I barely remember getting home last night. And not wrecked, drunk. I would never get into a car drunk and drive, but I was so very tired. I probably should have taken a break at some point, but I was afraid if I stopped moving, I would not start again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's it was kind of like, okay, we just got to soldier through.
Yep.
But you know what? Everybody looked like they were having such a good time.
I think so.
All of the teams looked like they had a lot of fun, and we saw some real good curling, even despite, the first couple of draws were a little bit weird because our ice was weird.
It was very weird ice.
Yeah. But we fixed it.
Yeah.
We figured out what the problem was. We fixed it. And then good curling was had by all. There were loads of raffle baskets. There was a 50-50. I don't even know who won that. I was shilling for that, and I don't know who won. I wasn't paying attention. I was in the kitchen up to my eyeballs in tacos.
Yeah, and I was on the ice during the draw. So,
oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I did not know that we won a raffle basket.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we do have one. It's in the car still.
It is.
I gotta go get that.
Yeah.
Crap. Okay. But special shout out to our friend Bob at Ancient Games.
Yes.
He supplied some stuff that we put in one of the raffle baskets, and it was a beautiful raffle basket, and it made a lot of money for the club.
It did.
People put in a lot of tickets for that one, and we are so grateful to Bob. Thank you for helping support us and this weird sport that we love. And that's the thing. I've learned that us weirdos have to stick together. If you're into something weird and niche, you have to find other people who are into weird and niche.
Precisely.
And, make friends with them and support each other because our what we love is weird enough. Why are we going to make it hard for other people?
Yeah, exactly.
So we might as well, support each other, prop each other up. So,
right.
Yeah, Bob, thank you so much. We really appreciate the how you went above and beyond for us. And we owe you one, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. There are so many great compliments about it. People were very interested and intrigued, and yeah, thank you so much, Bob.
Did you show them the games? Did you show people the game?
I did not, but I do know that people were taking the prerogative to look at it themselves.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, because it's neat. The games themselves are like in these really neat roll-up travel tubes.
Yes.
These leather, are they leather? Or
they are leather.
Okay, yeah. They're like embossed leather tubes that have like a little zipper compartment in them that have all the game pieces, and you can roll it out, and you can play the game right there as a board game.
Yes,
and not only are they, I mean, you can get chess and stuff like that, but you can get, as the name implies, ancient games. Like old ass games.
Right.
Like the Norse played.
Yeah, Viking chess,
which is a thing.
It is, and the Irish equivalent. I mean, the Viking game was called Hnafatafl, and I think I'm actually pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah, you can't get help from me on that one.
Yeah, and it translates to the king's board, but that game traveled, and there is a version. One of the games that we gave out yesterday was Irish Tafel.
Okay.
And it's played on a 7x7 board.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little smaller.
Yeah. Yeah, and just too much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably why we're a little rough today.
Yes.
In fact, it's definitely why we're rough today.
It is, but that's also the inspiration for this week's pod theme.
Go on.
Animal House.
Which is what it was.
It was. There was a lot of merriment. I don't want to say a lot of drinking, although there was drinking involved. But it was more a lot of just merriment and having a good time.
Yeah.
So, for instance, one of our club members, I'm not going to name him by name, I'm going to call him Morton. He donated a lot of money and he became a major sponsor. So he had his own sponsor board near the scoreboards, and everyone clued in on this, it looked like a memorial.
Yeah.
And so between games, a couple of club members made a huge to-do about trumpeting their way across the ice with this bouquet of flowers, and they laid it beneath his memorial. And out in the warm room, was another copy of his sponsorship board, and people had taped on their "RIP."
Yeah, R.I.P. But he wrote under it, "I got better."
And so now the jokes are next year needs to be the Morton Memorial.
Yeah.
302 Bonspiel.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And we also, one of our extracurricular games, we did a variation on beer pong,
Yes.
but it involved the big,
Like the 25-gallon
like those
buckets.
Homer buckets
Yeah.
from Lowe's, and heads of cabbage.
Yeah.
So they played cabbage pong.
Yes.
And people had a great time, and we put water in these big buckets, and people were splashing these people were really good at it.
Yeah.
And there was water and lots of fun, and fun was had by all.
Yes.
But cabbage is not as durable as you think it is.
There were cabbage parts everywhere.
It was like a coleslaw explosion
Yeah.
out in front of the ice arena. So once everything dried, I was out there sweeping up cabbage bits, and that trash can outside got to smelling real fragrant by the end.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it smelled like zombie feet.
Yeah. Yum.
Yum. But people were having a good time. And you know what? If people are having a laugh, whatever.
Yeah.
That stuff cleans up. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, exactly. It's vegetable and water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Could have made stone soup.
stone soup. Don't get me started. We had a drunk discussion about stone soup yesterday.
Right.
What a freaking... Anyway.
Yeah.
Another
So-
pod. Another pod.
Another pod, maybe next week.
So Animal House. It was crazy.
It was. And it was just a whole lot of fun. I will admit, it was the first spiel I've been at where I drank as little as I did.
Oh, okay.
Well, because I knew I was tired going in, and I knew it was going to be a long day.
Oh, pace yourself.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a 3-day spiel where you might play 1 or 2 games and then you can get back to your hotel and crash.
Right, exactly.
It was a marathon.
Yeah.
It was a marathon day. First draw was at 8. Last one was... First
8.
draw was at 8 a.m. Last draw was at 8:15 p.m.
Yes.
And we had to cram all those teams into one day.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, thankfully we've got 5 sheets.
Well, we do have 5 sheets, and we've got a really good club with a lot of really spot on volunteers that were more than happy and willing to pitch in whenever it was needed.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what I love so much about these folks is that they don't wait to be told.
Right.
Like if they see something that needs to be done, they jump in.
Right.
And they do it.
Right. Exactly. And there were some things that happened that could have easily derailed the day, but we just had a good crew of people that said, nope, this is how we're going to fix it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do it right now.
Yep. And it was, for me, the mantra of the day was stay loose, stay happy, pitch in. Mm-hmm. And I think everybody had the same attitude, and everybody was, smiling and laughing and having a good time. And you know what? Everything got done. And I think everybody had a good time, and I think it was successful for the club. And I hope that people are still talking about how much fun they had today.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So we're going to move on to some songs. We've got 3, and we have been enjoying starting our episodes off with a song released this date in history.
And have you found one?
I have indeed.
Okie doke.
So released June 23rd, 1904. So we're going back a ways. On the Victor label is a song named On the Wing.
On the Wing, like a bird.
Like a bird.
Okay.
And it is a dance. It is a gallop.
Birdemic.
Birdemic. Oh, no, we're not. That's another pod.
Go watch Birdemic, people.
Yes, do it. Tell them that we sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So this is On the Wing. It's a gallop dance. It is performed by the Victor Dance Orchestra. So it was their house band.
Okay.
Not much more to say about them. It was composed by J. Lemoire, who is incredibly obscure. Don't know much about it.
Lemoire?
Yes.
Lemoir?
E.
E. Lemoire.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And it is an instrumental because it was the Victor Dance Orchestra.
Yeah, and it's a gallop, so it's going to be
Yeah, exactly.
right? Yeah,
Exactly.
almost like a polka. Polka and gallops sound very similar.
Yes, they do. But this one's, I think, a touch faster.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So we are going to listen to On the Wing. So that's the second time I've listened to that today.
Okay.
And I'm not high, but
Oh.
it seems so much longer than the first time I listened to it.
Well, see, all right. So I've got some thoughts on that because I was listening to it too, and I was thinking of there are some parallels that can be drawn here between the form of the song that we just heard and like a march. And I know I yammer on about marches a lot, but I do love a march, and there's a science to it. They're formulaic. The good marches are very formulaic. We've talked about it before. And this particular song does follow in format the way a lot of marches were written. So the form was like there was the opening statement of the tune, and then they repeated it. And then there was a B section, and then there was a C section, like the trio. They added a flat. And then they went back to the A section, and then they repeated the A section, and then they repeated the B section, and then there was a little coda at the end.
Right.
Coda in Italian, it means tail, and it's like that little extra 16 measures of doodling at the end.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of restate the theme and they add some little flourishes, and then it's like, this is the song, this is the end. We're going to put this coda here so that.
I hear the ice cream.
Do you
man.
hear that? Should we run out? I got $5.
I'm tempted.
Neither of us have shoes on.
This is true.
Anyway, so all the time because marches are very repetitive and songs like this are very repetitive, pieces rather, not a song, because this isn't sung. We sing songs. This is
Right.
a piece. All right. So when we hear pieces like this, they're very repetitive. You know, they repeat the same. They like that opening statement gets repeated. The B section got stated twice. There was a C section. They repeated the A. They repeated the B, and then the coda. Pieces like this can get really repetitive and boring if you don't add things that make it exciting. Like, variety is the spice of life, and music is no different.
Right.
So when you play a piece like this, and I don't know how, I've never seen this sheet music, I don't know what it looks like, but when you sit down and you play like a Sousa march or a Carl King march, for example, there are dynamic markings and articulation markings all over it, and that's done intentionally by the composer. You know, play this section loud, play this section softly, you know, because it breaks it up a little bit. It makes it interesting to listen to when you
Right.
hear people. And they did a little bit with dynamics in there. And I don't know if they were limited, you know, because I think that because of the recording technology and how everybody had to stand around the horn and probably play as loud as they possibly
Yeah.
could all the time, that might be why we didn't hear the highs and the lows. That might be why we didn't get the loud and the soft.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
that's maybe, and I'm sure that the articulation sounded great. You know, everything was separated and lively the way it should have been. You could hear the accents, you could hear the marcato, you could hear a staccato. You know, people were playing things light and short and sharp. And I didn't hear a lot of dynamic variants. Like, people didn't get, you know, they didn't play any sections particularly softly. It was all just kind of blast.
You're right.
And that's why probably it was not all that interesting for you to listen to. Like, it didn't hold your attention, and it sounded long to you because you were bored.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I endeavor to play a march, and, you know, if you're playing with a good group, you pay attention to those things because you have to make it sound interesting. Otherwise, I mean, like, playing the right, what does John say? Playing the right notes at the right time, in tune with the right articulation, is where music starts. You have to add to it to make it come off the page,
Right.
and make it
Right.
live. You have to you have to really, you have to play it musically. There's no other way I can describe it. You have to play it with intention. You have to play it. You know what I mean?
I think I can help people. So I'm not a musician,
Okay.
but I take your explanation right here and I liken it to when we took dance lessons.
Exactly.
We had a teacher who taught us the moves, and, you know, he was helping us, and he said, "Great, you've got the moves down. Now let's dance. Let's put some extra into it. You've got your feet movement, you've got your body movement, you know, facing the direction you should. Now make it beautiful."
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, and it's not that what we were listening to wasn't good. It was
Right.
very good. It was a challenging piece, and they rose to the challenge, and it was fine. But I think it could have been a little bit more interesting to you as the listener, and to me as the listener, and maybe to other people out there. I don't know, because I mean, I'm sure a lot of people out there who are listening are hearing this for the first time, and they're like, "Oh, that was good."
Right.
But if you had to listen to it a second time, you'd be like, "Oh, meh."
Well, which is exactly what happened to me.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. So the lesson here is that when you have something that's repetitive, add flourish to it, add a little bit of depth to it, add a little bit of interest to it to make it come alive.
Yeah.
You know, don't be afraid to maybe take some artistic risks with it.
Right.
because that's what's going to make it interesting. That's what's going to make it worthwhile listening to.
Yeah.
But that's probably why you were bored. And I, again, probably because of the recording limitations. They probably, and this was 1904?
1904.
For sure. So
Yeah.
they were like just figuring this shit out, right?
Indeed. I mean, the record number was 2885.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they were figuring this out, and they were figuring out what was working and what was not. And probably at that point, they were like, all right, everybody, stand around this horn and belt it out.
Right.
And that's exactly what we got.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the technology was so new to people at that time, they probably didn't care.
Oh,
they probably
precisely,
they were
yeah.
probably just like so jazzed to hear something, music coming out of a machine
Yeah.
that spins a disc.
Yeah.
So they didn't care what it necessarily sounded like. They were like, "Oh my god, I have an orchestra in my living room."
Precisely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including the musicians. They were probably just as amazed.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh my goodness, I can
Yeah.
do this and people can listen to this forever."
Right.
And indeed, we are here, over
Indeed.
over 100 years later,
Yeah. And we're still listening.
and we're still listening to it.
Yeah. So moving on, today's episode of 3 Tune Tuesday is brought to you by very, very delicious Skeleton Brew coffee,
As ever.
as ever.
Can I tell a story?
Please do.
So you know how I was tired?
Yes.
You know this story. So on 3 hours of sleep, yesterday morning I got up and I was barely conscious, and I staggered into the kitchen. Bonaparte was still asleep. And I figure, it was the night before.
It was Friday night.
Yeah, it was Friday night. It was like 12:30. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a hero. And I am going to set coffee for tomorrow morning so that all we have to do is roll out of bed and drink this coffee, and I'll finish cooking tomorrow and we'll get to the spiel and I'll be fine. But at 12:30 at night, I'm not a night person. I'm a morning person. So I looked in the freezer, which is where we keep our coffee. And I was looking, and I couldn't find the coffee. I was like, how is it that we sell coffee and we're out of coffee? Where is our coffee? And I was getting angry, so I was just digging around in the freezer, and I found one of our little sample packets. And I wasn't wearing my glasses, because why would I do that?
Oh, right.
And I looked at the packet, and I was like, oh, this should be all right. And it said No Kings on it, and I was like, oh, this must be one of our No Kings. Yum. I love that. Didn't check the label real closely. So I opened it up and I went to take a sniff, and it didn't smell like much. It smelled weird to me, but I thought, you know what? I'm tired. So I filled up the coffee thing, and I put the filter, and I did the water, and I patted myself on the back, and I'm a hero. And I went to bed, and in the morning I woke up and I said to Bonaparte, I said, I'm a hero. I set coffee last night. And he was like, oh, you're the best.
Yes.
I said, yeah, I know. So I went downstairs and I poured us what I thought was coffee. It was tea.
It was.
I ran our tea through our drip coffee maker. 3 ounces of tea leaves.
And it wasn't that bad.
It really wasn't. It actually worked out okay, but that
Yeah.
was a lot of tea leaves, and they really poofed up.
They did. Oh, they did.
They
It was
poofed up.
amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible. It's like one of those, those little sponge capsules that you throw in the water and
Yeah,
they
just
get
to watch
huge.
it get big. Yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened in our coffee maker. But anyway, I digress. It was still delicious, even despite my boneheaded move, and that is a testament to the quality of our products. In a roundabout way. We do sell tea. For those who are interested, I do not recommend preparing that tea in the same way that I did. I recommend the traditional method of putting it in a tea thing and steeping it properly.
Yes.
And we do have teas right now, right?
We do.
Do we have the new
We don't have No King's tea. I took that down.
Yeah.
No King's is just coffee.
Yeah, because we were trying to do like a tea party angle, right?
Right, but we decided just on French Revolutionary angle.
Yeah.
Liberté, égalité,
Fraternité. Yeah,
right.
yeah. So we don't have that anymore, but we do have some on the Skeleton Brew
We
website.
do. And with today being Letha and the solstice, we have our new Letha coffee up there, our new Letha roast named Letha. And we also have our Midsummer's Gift tea, which is a black tea with peach.
Yum.
Yes.
I have yet to try it.
Yes, I will make you some tomorrow.
Please.
Yes.
Please, please do.
Yes, very, very tasty.
Yeah, maybe in the afternoon.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, so we have currently up for our Sabat brews, our Sabat roast. We've got Letha and Beltane.
Yes.
Yes, 2 at a time.
Yes, 2 at a time. It's the current Sabat and the one before it.
Correct.
Yeah. Neat.
Yes.
And we also have our regular roast coffees. We have our 6 that we always keep on deck.
And we now have 4 more. We've got 4 curling coffees up.
Man, I'm so glad that you brought that up because we actually, we of course, we had a coffee basket
Yes.
for our raffle, but we also have our 4 curling coffees that were very popular. People bought them at the merch booth.
Yes.
And we were very pleased to be able to split those proceeds with the club.
Yeah.
And they're really cool. Bonaparte, you've outdone yourself on the labels.
Thank you very much.
They're really
Thank
cute.
you very much.
They're super cute.
Yes. So for those of you who are curlers, you might appreciate this. There is a half calf that is entitled broom stacking.
Yeah, because you don't want to drink a bunch of coffee late at night.
All right, exactly.
Yeah.
Just something with, a little bit of caffeine to help you fend off the 1 or 2 beer that you're going to have as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Hurry Hard, which is just a straight up Colombian. Nothing fancy about it. Just good coffee.
It's a good workhorse coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah, I enjoyed. We had the Hurry Hard in the warm room.
Yes.
In the kitchen.
Yes,
That's
did.
what we were serving yesterday.
Yeah.
And people really liked it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Even in that stupid, awful.
Huge ass percolator. Yeah.
Was not my fave.
But mass coffee.
Yeah.
Yes. We have the 8-ender.
Yeah.
Yes, which is a French roast. It's really tasty because, the French are unapologetic and one should not apologize for scoring a perfect end.
Yeah, one should not apologize for their own greatness.
Exactly.
Never apologize for just bossing it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other one that we have is one that we should have put in the coffee pot Saturday morning is the almighty 8 a.m. draw.
Nobody likes the 8 a.m. draw.
All right, so the 8 a.m. draw is a breakfast blend with extra Robusta for a little bit of extra caffeine and kick to get you moving.
Yup. It's going to put its foot up your butt.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and it's really cute. The label for that is because everybody looks like that going in for the 8 a.m. draw.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, picture it, if you will, dear listeners, getting up very early, perhaps having partied the night before in the warm room a little too hard.
Yes.
And you have the 8 a.m. draw, which means you are on the ice, ready to curl by 8
a.m.
It's deeply unpleasant.
It is.
It is deeply, deeply unpleasant.
Been there, done that.
Oh,
Probably have to do it again.
yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage. Really. It builds character.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
We also have our No Kings roast, which we alluded to earlier. And we've got a lot of neat merch.
We do.
Both places, but the real fun stuff is over on No Kings.
Yes.
And as ever, we always donate a portion of our proceeds to various causes that are near and dear to us. If you purchase anything from skeletonbrew.coffee, $1 from each item purchased goes towards public media, and $2 of every item that you purchase on No Kings goes towards Indivisible.
Yeah.
Which is part of the resistance, and that is something we are 100% behind, and we are very happy to support them as well.
Absolutely, 100%.
And just know that when you are buying any of our coffees, that you are supporting a host of people who are independent business folks.
Yes, none of us are corporations. None of us have shareholders. All of us are either very small business, such as, Yulia and myself, or they're the farmers that grow the beans.
Yes. We ethically source our beans from independent growers who are just trying to make a buck like us.
Exactly.
We have more in common with them than we do the squillionaires of the
Right.
world. And so remember how I said before that we need to support each other? This is what I'm talking about. So we support them. We have an independent roaster that roasts your coffee on demand when you order it. Of course, you're helping support us. You're helping support public media. And you're also getting a damn good cup of whatever hot beverage you want to drink.
Exactly, coffee or tea.
Coffee or tea. And you know what? Some of it's really good iced too. Which one is our iced coffee?
Our iced coffee is Bone chilled.
Bone chilled.
Bone chilled. It
Yeah.
is good hot and it's good cold.
Yeah, I've had it hot, and you're right. It is very good chilled.
Yes.
Can confirm.
Yeah. Yeah, that one I like to probably do it again sometime soon since it's getting hot out. You know, just do a cold brew the night before. It'd be ready in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pop on over to skeletonbrew.coffee and pop over to nokings.coffee and see what we've got. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to us. I'm sure there's contact
There's
information
definitely contact information on both
Yeah.
sides.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So moving on, we have one of my favorite bands from this era.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. It's not Billy Murray.
No.
No.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Five Brown Brothers? What?
Well, sorry, I got confused because yes, but no. It's Six Brown Brothers.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I got it.
You
I think
did.
I should get credit for that.
I give you credit for that.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. So Six Brown Brothers were a Canadian-American sextet of saxophonists. And they really did... They were the driving force between... Well, between's not the word. They were the driving force in revolutionizing the saxophone to turn it from a novelty instrument into an actual musical instrument, one that was taken seriously. They were very big on the vaudeville circuit. That's where they cut their teeth. They toured all over the place. There are news reports of them playing, in Alaska to the Inuit population up there.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Just they super, super popular, super, super great. A lot of fun.
Well, it had to have been striking to watch a sextet of saxophones, because saxophones are, I mean, there's like soprano saxophones, alto sax, tenor, bari sax, bass, and I imagine they probably had, if there were 6 of them, they probably had more than one of the middle voices.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Like maybe well, that wouldn't be 2 baris, maybe like 2 altos, 2 tenors. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have loved to have been able to watch them live.
And I'm sure they didn't just sit there and play either. I'm sure they did like some coordinated.
They definitely did.
Yeah.
For better or worse, Tom Brown was their leader. He dressed in blackface as a blackface clown. They all dressed as clowns.
Yeah.
Tom dressed in blackface. The rest of them dressed in whiteface. So there was some clowning around on stage. They didn't do that in the later part of their career. They grew out of that.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, because we know that blackface is not great.
Right.
And we have to, we have to tread carefully here. But you know what? They probably phased out of it because they're like, you know what? This is kind of gross.
Yeah, and we don't need to do this to play good music.
Yeah. And you know what? When you know better, you do better.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so this is a 1918 release. Also on the Victor label. They did most of their recording on the Victor label. Some songs do appear elsewhere, but it's few and far between, and I think that they were licensed copies as opposed to things that they recorded. And it is a foxtrot that we've got coming up. Now, one of the things, you won't hear it too much in this song, but they were very, very popular for making their saxophones, in quotes, talk, or make sounds.
Yeah.
They don't do it too much in this song, but that was one of their one of the things that sold themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the opening and closing credits to our episode come from a Six Brown Brothers song.
Right.
I do like them that much.
Peter Gink.
Peter Gink.
Yeah.
Yes. Apologies to all the Norwegians.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. So this is Chasing the Chickens. We're sticking with the animal thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Chasing the Chickens, and it is a foxtrot by the Six Brown Brothers.
I can't wait. Sounded very chickeny.
It did.
Like, yeah.
I do like those saxophones.
Yeah. And they were so good, really
Yeah.
tight, really,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah, they
really,
really-
like musically, like we talked about making things musically interesting,
Right.
And you did hear a lot of the louds and softs
Yeah.
there, and they had the advantage of standing on the shoulders of the people that did recordings before them,
They
of
did,
course,
indeed.
but also different instruments, and we've talked about this too. Different instruments lent themselves to recording a little bit better.
Correct. Right. Like stringed instruments, a violin, not so good.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, violins were okay. They were okay.
Right.
But the lower in pitch the violin
Yes.
gets, the harder it is to hear, and it's because of the way sound waves work,
Yeah.
and the way the instruments produce the sound. Some instruments spoke better into that kind of recording technology
Yeah.
than others. Like you will not hear a string bass because it just was too low, and it didn't. It literally did not vibrate the air enough to pick
Yeah,
up on the
exactly.
horn, which is why we have so many tubas that would fill in on string bass parts, even in orchestral pieces.
Yes.
You can hear a violin a little bit better because where it lacked, where it moved, it didn't move the air. It moves the air a little bit more because of how fast the sound waves are,
Correct.
and that's
Right,
how
right.
you. That's why you hear a violin say better than you would a string bass, an upright bass.
Yes.
And saxophones project very well. Same with clarinets; they project
Right.
very well. Trumpets, baritones, tubas, anything that
Yeah.
moves the air a little bit better. And yeah, saxophones are a brilliant recording instrument for this time, and that's why they were used so much. And that's why these guys they could play a little bit, with
Right.
with the dynamics. They could, which I'm sure that they did in their live performances as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
Have to.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that was neat. That was a treat to hear.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one
Yeah.
too. And incidentally, Yulia was referring to the sound waves and such, and it is precisely that level of mathematics that the engineers in the day used and studied when ultimately they were able to improve the sound recording in 1926 with electrical recording. They could now pick up the sound better using microphones. And using mathematics, they identified how to play that sound better, which is why an electrically recorded, let's call it orthographic, because that was the term that was used, record, sounds so much better played on one of those phonographs that were designed to play orthographic records.
Yeah, because we've talked about that,
Right.
how the actual construction of the record itself and the way the needle goes into the groove.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then how the sound vibrates. I mean, 1925 and prior, the sound vibrated essentially against a sheet of mica.
Yeah.
And in 1926, they adapted that so there was no longer mica involved.
Yeah.
And the sound could reverberate. And they needed a longer horn as well. So they figured out, using mathematics and sound waves, how to literally bend the horn on the inside
Yeah.
of the phonograph to play it back correctly.
Yeah. Is that where microphone comes from because of mica?
I believe that is correct.
Neat. Thanks, math nerds.
Indeed. Thank you, math nerds.
Yeah, so they figured out how to reproduce the sound more. There was higher fidelity, as it were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks, math nerds.
Yeah. Math for the win.
That's right.
Yes. Go to high school. Finish high school.
Yep.
Yes. So we are running late. We've had a lot to say.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But we're also tired, so it leads to talking a lot. in some
Blah, blah,
cases.
blah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sorry,
so I
guys.
think we're going to just jump right into song 3.
We're not going to pitch Blind Skeleton
Yes, we should pitch Blind Skeleton.
very quickly.
Let's pitch-
blindskeleton.one.
Yes.
It's where all our shit is.
Yes.
You can find our contacts there.
Yep.
If you sign up for our newsletter, you're entitled to a free 2-ounce sample of coffee, which you can put through your...
It will not be a 3-ounce sample of tea.
No. And go check us out. We have all of our fun stuff there. We've got blog posts. We've got interesting things for you to look at and read, and you can figure out where we're going next and what we're doing next, and if we're going to go see any silent films. And we do have our own library of silent films.
We do indeed.
Go check those out.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll add some more to those in the coming days.
Well, hopefully, last week's been crazy busy. This next week's going to be crazy busy. But hopefully we can get to it as soon as we can.
Yeah. But watch that space.
Yes.
And you can find our socials there, and you can reach out to us. We've got our Blue Sky links there. We've got our email links there. We've got an online web form for contacting. And if none of that rocks your socks, you can call us 302-609-1925. Leave us a voicemail message, which I am going to listen to. And I'm going to determine if I need to change the recording.
Probably a very wise idea.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, go check us out.
Yeah. Third song is by the Ted Lewis Jazz Band.
The Ted Lewis Jazz Band.
Yes.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, Ted Lewis. We have played Ted Lewis before.
Have we?
We have. Because I just remember the description. He was a clarinetist and band leader who was better known as a showman than as a soloist or a musician.
Did he suck?
He did not suck. He was good. He had a good band behind him. But he was known for his battered top hat. And the catchphrase is everybody happy.
Everybody happy.
More a showman than a musician, but
Listen, as the saying goes, you got to have a gimmick.
oh yeah, exactly.
You know?
Right. Yeah. So the song that we're going to listen to is one named Bee's Knees.
The bee's knees.
We're sticking to the animal.
The bee's
The bee's
knees.
knees. And this is a foxtrot.
That's
We're
adorable.
also sticking with dances. A foxtrot. It was composed by Ted Lewis and Ray Lopez. Lopez is an interesting story. He was a New Orleans cornetist out of Papa Jack Lane's bands. And in 1917, he co-copyrighted the Livery Stable Blues.
We've talked about that.
Yes.
We've played it.
We have played it.
Yeah.
It is regarded as the first ever recorded jazz song
Neat.
by
Oh. Wait, wasn't it Six?
No, it was not Six Brown Brothers. It was jazz band out of New Orleans.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but what band?
I'm the original Dixieland Jazz Band.
That's right. That's
it,
right.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, back when they still spelled jazz with S's.
Yeah.
J-A-S-S.
Yeah. Neat.
Yes. So this is also an instrumental, no lyrics. It's just a straight up foxtrot. And unlike our other two songs, this one is recorded on the Columbia label.
Okay.
Yes, from 1922.
Oh, we're modern now.
Oh, yeah, we've been moving up 1904 to 1918 to 1922.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, the recording technique didn't so much change during these periods. And it was still a large tube that they played into, a large horn that, scraped the sound onto a disc. And that did improve. But the major improvements in this era were on the phonograph itself, the reproducer. Now, the reproducer is the part that contains the needle, which, touches the record, and the mica, which vibrates the sound and reproduces the sound.
Right.
Those reproducers went through a series of changes from 1900 up to 1925, and they progressed in quality. So the sound, just by virtue of the new reproducer, made the record sound better.
Yeah.
So a 1904 recorded album would sound better played on one of the newer reproducers than it would on the reproducer at the time, even though the technology behind it was the same
Oh,
otherwise.
interesting.
Yeah.
So you could take something that was recorded in 1904,
Right.
take that same record
Yes.
and put it on these newer machines to play, and it would sound better?
On the newer machine up to 1925.
Okay.
With the acoustic reproducers, the one that still had the mica involved.
Right.
Right.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. After 1926, there are, religious arguments about what should be played on what type of phonograph.
Oh, I bet you can get super weedy with that, right?
Yeah, that's a topic for another time.
Ah,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we are right now going to listen to The Bee's Knees from 1922.
The bee's knees. Could you
bee's knees.
picture their little knees?
all of them doing the Charleston,
Yeah,
all these little
yeah,
bees.
these little bees.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
It is.
All right.
Yes. The bee's knees.
That was adorable.
I loved it.
Yeah. The tuba had some really fun parts in there.
Yeah, I thought you might appreciate that.
Yeah, that was really cute. I liked that. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say he was a decent clarinetist.
Okay, fair.
I heard some good clarinet stuff going on in there. So if that was him, congratulations. What was his name?
It was Ted Lewis.
Ted Lewis.
Yeah.
Well done, Ted.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I liked about that song is we've spoken before on the show, and we should probably do some more episodes on this, the evolution of music at the time, is that was a foxtrot, but it was also jazz at the same time.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. It was, and it's not the foxtrot that we're accustomed to hearing, like "Fly Me to the Moon."
Right.
That is a foxtrot. Fly me to the moon.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da. That's what we think of as foxtrot right now, but foxtrot meant something completely different.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it got the name the foxtrot. In keeping with our theme, the animal theme, foxtrot. Like, who thought of calling a dance like a fox? I mean, you see a little fox. We've all seen little fox, probably trotting down the road, at night, trying not to hit it with our cars.
Right.
I don't know how it evolved into something a lot smoother and slower in later days, but
Yeah, I have no idea.
but yeah, that was thoroughly, like, I could see that, being played in the 1920s in a jazz club.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, that'd be too much fun to watch, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And that brings us to the end of this week's episode.
Oh,
It's true.
yeah.
3 tunes. We played 3.
tunes. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-tune Tuesday. All of its glory.
Did what it said on the tin.
It did. Yeah. So thank you all for listening in. please go check us out at blindskeleton.one and skeletonbrew.coffee, and go check out ancient.games as well.
Yeah. Go give our friend Bob a shout.
Yeah.
Tell him we sent you.
Yeah.
See what kind of games he's got going on. Just neat stuff. Neat stuff. And if you're in the Northeast, but I should say if you're in the Mid-Atlantic region, and that I'm talking about Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, DC, Maryland, he's a frequent vendor at a lot of these traveling Renaissance Fair weekends.
The next one he will be at, he has told me, is the Bucks County Renaissance Fair.
Bucks, okay. And that's a nice one.
It is.
They have that at the
Tile Works.
Yes, the Tile Works.
Yes.
Which is also a neat place.
It really is.
It's a feast for the eyes.
Yeah.
And it's a neat venue, and it's in Doylestown.
Yes, I believe that's correct.
So, if you're in the area, go check him out. Yeah. He'll probably be at the Delaware Ren Fair as well.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
And we will be, too, in a visiting way.
Fashion.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's all right. Words are hard.
Words are hard when you're tired.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But hopefully one of these days we're thinking about, I wonder if we could rent a tent.
That would be so cool.
And maybe, go in on a yurt with Bob.
Yeah.
Sell coffee and what goes better together?
Coffee and a game.
Coffee and a game.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Just think about that.
Right.
Let's percolate that.
Ideas are a brewing. Okay, so thank you all for listening in, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye.